Go. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. There was once a great man who knew everything there was to know about magic. He was called a sorcerer. The sorcerer had a wonderful tall magic hat, and whenever he wore his hat, he could just think magic. He could think about a butterfly and it would appear, but only the sorcerer knew the magic words to make it disappear. The sorcerer did not live alone. He had a helper named Mickey. Mickey did all the work. He swept the floor, he chopped the wood, he carried the water from the well. Mickey knew about the magic of the hat. "I wish I had that hat," said Mickey. "I would never have to work again. I would just think of what needed to be done and it would happen by magic." One day the sorcerer had to go out. Mickey was alone at last, and there on the table was the sorcerer's magic hat. "Oh, now I can be a great sorcerer," said Mickey. He reached for the magic hat and put it on his head. An old broom was standing by the wall. "I'll put a spell on that broom," said Mickey. He did what the sorcerer always did. He thought magic thoughts and then pointed his finger at the broom. The broom began to move. The broom grew feet. It grew a right arm and then a left arm. "Broom," commanded Mickey, "pick up the buckets." The broom did just what Mickey said. "Go up the steps," said Mickey. The broom went up the steps. "Fill the buckets with water," said Mickey. The broom filled the buckets. "Bring them back," said Mickey. The broom brought them back. "Pour the water," said Mickey. The broom poured the water. Mickey danced around the room. "Magic is easy," he cried. "I will never have to work again." Then Mickey sat down in the sorcerer's chair. "Work, broom, work," he said. While the broom went on filling buckets and pouring water, Mickey fell asleep. He dreamed he was the greatest sorcerer in the world. Suddenly something cold and wet woke him up. It was a splash of water. Another splash knocked Mickey out of the chair. Water was everywhere. The broom was flooding the room. "Stop!" cried Mickey. "Stop, broom, stop, I say!" But the broom did not stop, and Mickey didn't know the magic words to make it stop. Mickey pointed his finger at the broom, but the broom kept going. He held out his arms, but the broom pushed him down. He grabbed the bucket, but the broom held on tight. Wasn't there any way to stop the broom? Mickey saw an axe, and he grabbed it. He chopped the broom into bits. "Well, that's the end of that broom." But it wasn't the end. Something strange was going on. The bits of wood began to move. The bits of wood turned into brooms. All the new brooms had feet and arms and buckets. They marched up the steps and they wouldn't stop. The brooms came back with more water. Mickey leaned against the door to keep them out, but the brooms pushed it open. Mickey held out his arms to hold them back, but the brooms walked right over him. "I am a great sorcerer," cried Mickey. "You must do as I say." But the brooms marched on and on. Brooms and more brooms, buckets and more buckets. In a great line they poured and poured. The water got deeper and deeper. Poor Mickey, he could only just keep his head above water. Then the sorcerer's book of magic floated by and Mickey grabbed it. Page after page after page. Mickey looked for the magic words that would stop the brooms. But the water began to whirl and Mickey couldn't read the words. He hung onto the book as he went round and round and round in the water. Spinning faster and faster, Mickey was caught in a great whirlpool. Now there was nothing he could do. Then a great dark shadow appeared on the wall. The sorcerer had come back. He knew at once what Mickey had done. He raised his arms and roared a great command. It was special magic. The brooms and the water disappeared. Only one broom was left, and that was the old broom standing by the wall. The sorcerer was frowning. He looked down at Mickey. Then, with a mighty sweep of his arm, he grabbed the hat from Mickey's head. "Just a little magic trick," said Mickey, and he tried to smile. But the sorcerer did not smile. The sorcerer looked down at his little helper. "Don't start what you can't finish," he said. Mickey wondered if he would ever be a great sorcerer as he picked up the buckets and went back to work. The end. Do you think he will ever be a great sorcerer?